This is where it began for Brett Greenwood.
Picked off by Greenwood, the safeties come through again.
In Iowa's Kinnick Stadium tunnel, in the darkness, and then into the light.
Solid, man. Sure. Keep those hips square.
And this is where Greenwood is now, in a daily fist fight against fate.
Doing awesome. 30 seconds. Strong with the right.
That determination. That's just him. That's just built in him.
His mental makeup, his determination, his strong will, it's extraordinary.
All the way down to it, then all the way up. Last one.
Good job.
Good, really good.
2, 1.
Good.
Greenwood was born in Iowa, played high school ball in Iowa, and was passed over for a scholarship by every major program, including Iowa. So what did the underdog do? He walked on at Iowa.
He had that look like, I'm going to show you guys how stupid you are. You don't realize I'm a really good football player, and he did shortly thereafter.
To the end zone, juggled and intercepted.
As a senior team captain in 2010, Greenwood led the Big Ten in interceptions. And in 2011, he was among the last cuts made by the Pittsburgh Steelers. A week later, on September 9th, while working out at his high school field in Bettendorf, the 23-year-old Greenwood collapsed and was rushed to the hospital.
The ambulance got there, and the back doors just burst open, and 2 of the paramedics were working on Brett. The first 2 times they put the defibrillator on, nothing happened.
One of the EMTs yelled out and said, "This is not your day, Brett. We worked too hard." And the third one, they got a pulse. The EMT just turned and just hugged me. You know, he was in tears.
Can you tell me about the day that you heard of his collapse?
Yeah, there are things you remember your whole life, and that's certainly one of them.
A heart arrhythmia had triggered the collapse.
He had suffered a very severe brain injury. One of the suggestions was you might consider just taking him home and removing the feeding tube and let nature take its course.
And I can remember one of the head doctors, I held his hand saying, "I don't want to let my son go." When he came out of his coma, it was like, I compare it to like a newborn baby, relearning everything, learning how to swallow, learning how to eat, learn how to walk.
Then this past summer, after 4 years and more than 6,000 hours of rehab, Iowa asked Greenwood to lead the Hawkeyes out of that tunnel again.
He's the epitome of man. He's the epitome of an American. They say never walk. And tomorrow he's going to lead you guys on the field. You always say, Brett, you're strong. I used to be. Brett, you're tough. I used to be. Brett, you're a badass. I used to be. This time, he got to actually see how badass he was.
Coming out of the tunnel, I really thought he was going to try to take off running.
Please join the Iowa Hawkeyes in welcoming back to historic Kinnick Stadium.
The fans, to hear the crowd behind him, it just brought such joy to him to know that they were behind him.
You talk about will and determination. Special ball for you, Brett.
They're still praying for you. They're still rooting for you to get better.